Hi there, Sean Sterber, Warranty Manager here at Charleston Homes. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about midwinter care for your home. Starting off with the furnace, and then we'll work our way through the upstairs and also the outside. I'd like to take just a couple minutes to talk about the furnace itself. Just by changing the filters, kind of an average cost, you're going to save about $300 a year just by keeping this filter clean of any dust or debris. Each filter is going to have an arrow, and on your furnace there's an arrow that we put on for our homeowners, but just make sure that filter is getting checked at least once a month. Basically it just slides down inside there, and then make sure your furnace is turned back on. Another thing you can do, it's not needed for the first 2 years, but on year 3 of living in your home, is to get it serviced by a professional Lennox dealer. In our case, we use GP Fleck & Son. You're welcome to use them. You're also welcome to use anybody that's licensed or familiar with the Lennox brand. What a technician's going to do is look for any seals that are broken, any bearings that need to be lubricated. They'll do that. They're also going to clean the burners and just kind of go over any common problems that they're seeing on those furnaces. It might set you back $100 to $200 to have that done on the 3rd year living in your home, but it's money well spent. Now for your do-it-yourselfers out there that say, hey, I can tackle that myself, it's not really recommended because some of the parts and pieces, if they're not put back just in a perfect position, it can also cause harm not only to the furnace but to the home. So for your safety and also the family safety in the home, we're recommending that every 3 years you get this serviced by a licensed technician. Let's take a look upstairs at the thermostats. Here we got the programmable thermostats. Now all of our homes under construction and going forward will come standard with the programmable thermostat. The battery is actually located up top here, very easy to get to. It runs off 2 AA batteries. I would say once a year, change those batteries out. If not, check it a couple times a year just to make sure they're in good operating condition. You don't want those to go low or out in the middle of a cold spell. Also, with your programmable thermostat, it's going to be able to not only save you money by adjusting the temperatures and setting it at the temperatures you feel comfortable with, but the comfort level in your home, you can fine-tune that to your likings. While we're talking to comfort, let's go take a look at this bedroom here. Now let's say you have a room in the house that's maybe a spare bedroom, a kid's toy room, something like that, where you keep the door shut and it's not really used that often. That room in the winter time, if that door is left shut, will stay a little cooler. It might have a return air, it'll have the supply air that's all hooked back to the furnace. But by that door being closed, it's not conditioning and mixing with the rest of the home's air. And so for that reason, if you keep that door shut, it will be a little cooler. Speaking of comfort, we also want to look at the floor vents. All of our floor vents are adjustable. They have these little tabs that allow you to open and close the air fins here to fine-tune your home. And this is important because you might have areas in the home that are directly underneath the furnace. So let's say in this floor plan, the furnace is directly under the master bedroom. So that room will naturally be a lot warmer than say this room on the other side of the home. So to kind of condition that, you're going to shut or partially shut, not all the way, but halfway or a quarter of the way, those air vents in the master bedroom, and then open up the opposite room vents all the way. I've been into homes where people have actually put beds, couches, or even some laundry on top of those. So you're going to make sure those vents are free of any obstructions. Alright, we're outside. Here's your exhaust and fresh air intake for the home. If you get some low temperatures like we're having now, maybe some snowfall, you're going to make sure that these are free of any obstructions. So good rule of thumb, anytime you need to remove snow in your driveway, just double check these to make sure that snow hasn't drifted over those. If they are obstructed, they will not function properly and your furnace won't work. The other question I have, I'll leave you with right now, is ice melters. A lot of people want to put salts, ice melters down on their driveway. They say, what can I do? Recommend no ice melters at all. Basically what it is a rapid thawing and freezing of the water molecules. What's going to happen with that is eventually you'll get some spalling or pitting of the driveway. and then it'll leave your driveway to start to slowly erode. So no ice melts. If you do need to get some traction or something like that, play sand or just some gravel sprinkled down. The biggest thing is to make sure you get on it right away as the snow's falling, or if you get a nice warm day, try to get some of that ice removed. Thanks for joining us, and check us out on our website, charlestonhomesomaha.com. Thank you.